as BCom CBCS, BCom Online, MBA Online, BBA Service Management, restructured MCom, MBA, BBA in retailing, etc. Besides offering 19 courses on Swayam portal and developing 98 new courses, today's launch of MCom Online and MBA in 4 different specializations are also one of the many initiatives that our school has taken, and the person behind giving the boost to our enthusiasm is none other than our respected Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor R.P. Das sir. To grace this occasion, we have Honorable Vice Chancellor of Indira Gandhi National Open University, Professor Nageshwar Rao sir, who is presiding over today's event. Heartiest welcome to you, sir. We are extremely fortunate to have 3 distinguished guests of honor. I welcome Honorable Vice Chancellor, Central University of Andhra Pradesh, Professor S.A. Kori. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Central Tribal University of Andhra Pradesh, Professor T.V. Kattimani. Professor K.R.S. Sambasiva Rao, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Mizoram University, who is going to join us shortly, soon. Respected Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor R.P. Das, Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor Satyakam, Professor Uma Kanjilal, Professor Sumitra Kukreti, Dr. Shrikant Mahapatra, Dr. Manroop Singh Meena, the very dynamic and hard taskmaster, Professor K. Ravishankar, Director, School of Management Studies, heads of other schools, division centers and units, my enlightened senior colleagues and friends. I also extend warm welcome to the colleagues at various regional centers and all the viewers who have joined us through various online platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, etc. Before we begin the formal proceedings, may I request Director, School of Management Studies for welcome address, please.
Thank you, Dr. Anupriya. Good morning to all of you, and it is a real privilege for me and honor for me to extend my hearty welcome on behalf of the School of Management Studies and also on behalf of the IGNOU on this very important occasion of launching 5 of our academic programs belonging to School of Management Studies. There are 4 MBAs and 1 MCom program in the online mode. The MBA programs are in the ODL mode and the MCom is going to be in the online mode. So first of all, let me welcome our esteemed Vice Chancellor, Professor Nageshwar Rao, who has been the source of inspiration and encouragement for all of us in the university, and particularly to our school because he happens to be Professor of Management. So we have been getting his guidance and support from time to time, and with his able leadership and support, we could do many things in the last 3-4 years. So thank you so much, sir, and we are grateful to you for all the support we have got from you. Next, I welcome Professor Tejasvi Venkappa Kattimani, Vice Chancellor of Central Tribal University, Vijayanagaram. Central Tribal University, Vijayanagaram. He has been the founder Vice Chancellor of this university. Earlier also he was founder Vice Chancellor of Central Tribal University, Amarkantak. And he is a man of literature, and he is an expert in higher education, in the field of higher education. And above all, he is also a member of our academic council. So I welcome you, sir, and thank you so much for joining us and supporting us in the launch of this program. I also welcome Professor S.A. Kori, the first Vice Chancellor of Central University of Andhra Pradesh. He is a professor of engineering. He did his PhD from IIT Kharagpur, and he has guided many PhDs. And more importantly, he had held many positions in the Karnataka government, including the Member Secretary of Higher Education Council of Karnataka. So thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and joining us today and blessing the school. I also welcome Professor Sambasiva Rao, KRS Sambasiva Rao, Vice Chancellor, Mizoram University. He will be joining us very shortly because he is traveling. He is a very able science teacher. He has produced a lot of research work, and he was earlier Vice Chancellor of Acharya Nagarjuna University for some time. Prior to that, he was rector of the university. Also, more importantly, he is also associated with our IGNOU in the form of, because he was the chairperson of the NAC team, which visited the university at the time of our accreditation last year. And with the team was so kind enough to give us A++ grade. So thank you and welcome you, Professor Sambasiva Rao, for all the support you are extending it to the school, to the university. I also welcome all our Vice Chancellors, Professor R.P. Das, Professor Satyakam, Professor Uma Kanjilal, Professor Sumitra Kukreti, Professor Shrikant Mahapatra, Professor Manroop Singh Meena, for their continuous encouragement and support. I welcome directors of 21 schools of the university and heads of divisions, registrars, finance officer, and all senior officers of the university. I also welcome our 56 regional center, regional directors and their officers. I also welcome the faculty and other officers who joined today's session and joined us in encouraging the faculty and school. As I told you, today is a historic occasion for the School of Management Studies. So let me briefly, I think in a minute's time, brief you about the School of Management Studies. The School of Management Studies is not only the pioneering school of the university, it is also the highly performing school of the university. The university launched programs, academic programs to the students in the year 1987, and IGNOU, the School of Management happens to be the first school from where the first academic program of the university was started, and that was diploma in management. So we traveled from there, and today we have more than 30 programs which are offered from the school. All these programs are very highly popular, particularly MCOM, MBA, all these programs are very highly popular. And the programs range from PhD level to the certificate level. We have 2 PhD in commerce and also in management. We have at the lowest level, we have certificate programs in business skills and also the NGO management. So this is the range of programs we are offering. We have the total put together, we have more than 125 courses are offered from the school, which are part of the 30 programs. The school has been the major revenue generator, one of the major revenue generator to the university, and perhaps the highest surplus generator to the university. So that is the kind of activities we take up in the school. The faculty has been highly motivated, highly performing. To just give you an example, let me tell you that the faculty has developed nearly 100 courses in the last 3 years, which is, I think, record performance in the university. So I compliment the faculty and thank them on this occasion for their outstanding performance. Then about the programs, today's programs which we are going to launch, 4 new MBA programs are launched. What we have done is we have developed a basket of courses, about 60 courses we have developed. And from that basket, we are designing different programs depending upon the need of the society and the teachers, students rather. So wherever there is expectation from the university, we are designing a new MBA program, and suppose if demand is there in services management, we can design a new MBA program and we can do that. So that is the kind of flexibility we have, and most of the features of the NEP we have already incorporated in our programs of the school. So that has been happening from the beginning of the establishment of the school. And all MBA programs of the school are AICTE approved. Then we launched the MBA program in a revised format in July 2021. And in January 22, we launched MBA in online mode and also restructured MCOM program. Similarly, now we are going to launch 4 new programs in MBA and 1 MCOM program in the online mode. So all this happened because of the support and encouragement we got from the vice chancellors and other pro-vice chancellors, and of course with the support of my faculty. So I'm thankful to all of you for accepting our invitation and joining us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. We have with us the rule-abiding person who never fails to go by words, the very meticulous Professor M.S. Senam Raju. He has made his contributions in various departments of utmost importance in the university, such as Director ACD and Registrar MPDD from time to time. May I request Professor Raju for your address, please?
Thank you very much. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Professor Nageshwar Rao ji, today's guests of honor, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor K.R.S. Sambasiva Rao ji, Mizoram University, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor T.V. Kattimani ji, Central Tribal University of Andhra Pradesh, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor A.S. Kureji, Central University of Andhra Pradesh, and my Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor R.P. Das ji, and all Pro-Vice Chancellors of IGNO, Professor Satyakam ji, Professor Uma Kanjilal ji, Professor Sumitra Kukre ji, Dr. Srikant Mahapatra ji, Professor M.S. Mehna ji, our own director, SOMS, Professor Ravi Shankar ji, program coordinators of the program, all directors of the schools, heads of divisions, units, registrars, finance officer, and colleagues of the regional center, and my dear colleagues of across the schools and students. Very good morning to all. I am Professor M.S.S. Raju, Professor of Commerce. Welcome you for the virtual launch of 4 MBA programs through ODL. Those are MBA in Human Resource Management, MBA in Finance Management, MBA in Marketing Management, MBA in Operations Management, and also MCOM online program. Today is the great day of IGNO in general and the School of Management in particular, having 3 vice chancellors of the reputed central universities as guests of honor to grace the occasion and provide their rich experiences for further enhancement of the academic growth of the university. Now, I would like to provide a brief about the programs. Already for MBA program, our director Ravi Shankar has briefed. These are 116 credits program, 19 courses of 4 courses and 8 specialization courses and 1 project courses. Then coming to the MCOM program, see, the MCOM program is going to be launched online, but the MCOM program is already existed. This program is concerned, it has been one of the popular and most demanded programs of IGNO because of its quality of SLM, flexibility, and up-to-date content, and an ability to exceed the expectations of the stakeholders. the annual enrollment was about 30,000 students. Now, this program, just I would like to brief, this comprises of 80 credits and 15 courses. 4 courses are 10 courses, 4 specialization courses, and 1 project. It spread over 4 semesters. Maximum period, the minimum period is 2 years, maximum period is 4 years. This program is designed on the lines of National Education Policy 2020, seeks to bring multi-entry and exit options to make higher education more suited to get jobs earlier. Special emphasis in National Education Policy points 11.5 and 11.9 on creative and flexible curriculum is taken care. Therefore, after completion of the 2nd semester, the students can get exit with the degree of postgraduate degree, postgraduate diploma in business studies. This program is a flexible curriculum structure and would offer multi-entry and exit points. Now, I appreciate the faculty who have been developed, the program, program coordinators and course coordinators who have developed within the span of short period, and they have done rigorous work. There is no doubt the school is named for serious work and commitment towards the development of the academic programs. I would like to place on record, during the pandemic period, our Honorable Vice Chancellor has shifted from his big accommodation to the guest house, which speaks volumes of his commitment to boost the courage, encouragement, and accessibility of the Vice Chancellor for all kinds of support for development of the programs ODL as well as online. He has also established a COVID rescue center in coordination with the School of Health Sciences. Now, not only our Honorable Vice Chancellor has not only made reforms in the field of academic arena, but also initiated the administrative reforms as well as financial reforms. Now, I would like to just focus the as a registrar, I worked in MPDD under the leadership of the Vice Chancellor. Their major reforms have been taken: integrated printing, then after positive to plate to computer plate, option of digital material. That is the greatest what is the facility to the students. The students, those who have opted the digital material, 15% fee concession. Why I am emphasizing, this is one of the way to start the online programs by the university. Means there is a lot of demand from the learner circle, learner what we can say community of the country and abroad. See, after initiating the option of digital material, there was only first session, there was only 2.5% of the students opted. Now more than 35% of the students are opting digital material. So it shows that how the learning community is keen to shift from the ODL to digital or online what is platform to continue their learning process. Now it is pertinent to mention IGNOU secured NAAC A++ grade under the ableship of the Honorable Vice Chancellor, who has provided instinct support, strength, and monitoring all the activities of the university. He is providing all kinds of support for teaching, learning, and encouraging online platform to reach the students who are widely spread geographically across the country and abroad, and excellency in imparting education to all within the country and abroad. And all the schools, the Vice Chancellor has made, motivated, and directed and suggested, because of this kind of what I can say guardianism, all schools are working diligently for increasing the cross enrollment ratio. So far, IGNOU is recognized Mega People's University in ODL, now under the leadership of the Honorable Vice Chancellor, the university is transforming into Mega People's Digital University. With these words, I would like to thank all once again for their support and encouragement for going to launch these 4 ODL programs and 1 online program, and express my deep sense of gratitude to Honorable Vice Chancellor, our Pro Vice Chancellor and Director for giving the opportunity to give a message on this gracious occasion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We have with us today a passionate academician, eminent administrator, former Vice Chancellor, Berhampur University, Odisha, who is currently guiding our school and many other schools and division as Pro Vice Chancellor, Professor R.P. Das, sir. May I now invite you, sir, to say a few words, please. Professor R.P. Das, sir, are you there?
Thank you, Anupriya. Good morning, everybody. Our esteemed Honorable Vice Chancellor. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. All the honorable guest of honors, Professor Sambasiv Raoji, Professor Kuriji, Professor Kattimaniji, the director of the schools, the faculty member of the schools, all the directors who have joined this program. At the outset, and all my PVC colleagues, at the outset, I must congratulate the School of Management Studies for this wonderful job which they have done today by launching this 4 MBA programs on ODL mode and MCOM program in online mode. As Professor Raju, Professor Ravi Shankar have already narrated that it is praiseworthy to the school and its director and all the faculty of the school under the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, what Professor Raju and Professor Ravi Shankar said, because he being a management man, perhaps people say that he has taken extra care, which is the truth, that because of his guidance, leadership and support, we could get AICTE approval, which was a dream for a ODL institution, online education, but we could get AICTE approval for all the MBA programs. It is a history which we have created under his dynamic leadership and guidance. Almost we have 1 lakh seats now in ODL and online mode in MBA program. And normally people believe that MBA program, MBA departments are in the name, only it is a management department. It's grossly mismanaged in the country, but it is a misnomer for which the MBA department of School of Management proved that they, as a team, they could revise almost 100 courses, launched 12 programs, not only in the ODL mode and online mode. This is an example which they have shown to all of us and to the entire university that they can do it. Whenever you are in a team, you can do anything and everything. That the school has proved. I'm really thankful to all the members of the faculty of the school and the director, under your the director especially, because it was perhaps sometimes it was looking difficult for us to do all these things, but he could manage and take the work from everybody as a team leader, and he could prove it. And today is the result that we are launching these 4 ODL programs and 1 online program. And this is a school in the university which is the largest source of revenue and has made largest source of revenue and going to be one of always the largest source of revenue with this new revision, because it is almost all the courses are now updated. Now there is more and more demand because of the AICTE recognition. So once again, I congratulate the school, the director and all the faculty. And we are especially grateful to our Honorable Vice Chancellor for providing all support and motivation to us, to the faculty member and the director. And I wish the grand success of this launching program. Thank you very much, Anupriya.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for blessing us and for supporting us, sir. We are privileged to have amongst us as guest of honor for the event, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Central University of Andhra Pradesh, Professor S. A. Kori. Professor S.A. Corey exemplifies the maxim, the future depends on what you do today. His MTech from REC Surathkal and PhD from IIT Kharagpur laid a strong foundation for a successful teaching career. Ever since joining service, he has succeeded in shaping his identity as a teacher, researcher, as well as an academic administrator. Professor Corey has traveled far and wide across the globe and is currently adorning the chair as Vice Chancellor, Central University of Andhra Pradesh. May I request you, sir, for your address, please?
Thank you, madam, for nice words and nice introduction. So, Honorable Vice Chancellor of IGNOU, Professor Nageshwar Rao ji, and another my senior colleagues, the Honorable Vice Chancellors of Central University of Mizoram, Professor KRS Sambasiva Rao garu, another senior mentor and advisor for me, Professor TV Kattimani ji, Professor RP Das ji, the Vice Chancellor of IGNOU, and a good friend of us, Professor Ravi Shankar, Director, and all the program coordinators of School of Management Studies, Professor MSS Raju, and all the distinguished people who are attending on this webinar. Of course, it is my privilege to participate in the launching program of 4 MBA ODL programs. That is one on human resource management, the financial management, the marketing management, operation management, and another one more program on MCOM, Master of Commerce on online mode. That is these are the programs which are the need of the society. And as Professor Dasji said, and more than 1 lakh students have been already taken and joined this IGNOU. Maybe a decade and 1.5 decade before, I knew the IGNOU contribution and its academic content and is the design of curriculum. And especially now they came out with in the line of the National Education Policy, that is the learning outcome based course framework, how the OB is used, outcome-based education, and what is the impact. Earlier, most of the people after their graduation who are on the workplace, I'm talking about the 2 decades before, people used to go for the LLB, whether the undergraduate or postgraduate and whatever that is that time. That was the fashion maybe 2 decades before. Now, if you look at the MBA has entered into all walks of life, whether it is a school education or middle education or higher education or university or industry or working professionals or medical professionals, everybody wanted to do an MBA. And because this makes the difference in the life, difference in the organization, and difference in the success stories of any of the work they are working. We could see even the lot of the MBA graduates, even who are working, even in the hospitals, in the hotels, in the industry. So their perfection, their approach, and everything is different. And if you don't teach, especially these are the courses, human resources is very, very important nowadays. And those values are missing. And how it is to be deal with the people around us, people who are in the working place. And financial management is another very, very important the task. You must be knowing the failures of many of the failures if it is mismanaged. One of the best example of the world story is the Dutch bank, the Lehman Brothers, how it has been failed. There are many case studies, people are working. Still the MBA people are working on the failures of the Dutch bank. Like that, there may be plenty of industries are there which have been closed. Many of banks have been closed. What are the reason for that? If the financial things are not handled directly, it impact on the GDP of the nation, the growth of the nation. The best to say, and in the Indian context, the women are the best financial managers. in the Indian context. And if you look at them under the crisis, how they are surviving and how they are making everybody's life comfortable in the home or in the outside. And there is a ethos. There is in the history of the past, if you look at the Indian context, women are the best financial the managers. And marketing is also equally important. It's not that we can only produce the products until you sell it in a different way. It's the quality, its approach, it's the usage, and what for it is. So many companies are making an overproduction and it's unsellable product. So what are the causes for that? So there are many challenges to be looked into these content. I'm sure under the leadership of Professor Nagesh Rao and the director Ravi Shankar and entire his team, the fraternity, who worked on the content, and really it is an appreciable. And we can also contributing, IGNOU is also contributing in the indirect form of increasing our gross enrollment ratio. That's what the NEP is predicted. Maybe by another 2035, they're predicting about 50% of GR. Though I'm not a financial expert or the management expert, being an engineering background, but I know the values of that. And people who are of the MBA graduate, and they have a persons with a vision of orientation and strategic thinking and troubleshooting in any of the organization. They are the best people to have a problem solving abilities in any organization where they work. And because of them, the countries, they're contributing indirectly to the growth of our GDP and other places. So people talk about the education for 4.0, people talk about the industry 4.0, people talk about now health 4.0. So you take any field, people talking about the education from Gurukula system to the existing system. So that is a 4.0. And we talk about the tech 4.0, that is a technology 4.0. People will talk about the agri 4.0. People talk about the transportation 4.0. And Japan is much ahead. They talk about the society 5.0. So whatever we teach in our universities or whatever it is the student is going to learn and how it is impact on the society, that's what they are relating. So the education is relating to the society, how impact makes the difference in the society. So maybe I request, maybe you can come out with a very soon, maybe management 4.0, like any other thing, education 4.0. You can bring that the perfection, the excellence in every step of the whatever the curriculum you are designed. So that is very, very important. Maybe for management 4.0, you can think of and simultaneously switch to the 5.0. So with these few words, since I'm not in the expertise in this, and with these few words, I wish all the coordinators and how the content has been developed. It's again the contribution go to the teachers. It's not developed by anyone else. So looking at the content, IGNOU has its past glory and present also it's to be maintain the same standard in the future. With these few words, I thank for all the people who are joined for giving me an opportunity to speak some few words on this occasion. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Kori sir. You have very rightly pointed out that management is all pervasive, and having managerial skill, it helps in every walk of life.
Yeah.
And you have reiterated the fact that women are the best financial managers. Maybe we'll take a note of it also. Thank you, sir. Thank you once again for being with us, for gracing this occasion, and for enlightening us.
Thank you. Thank you.
The next guest of honor today is no less, of course. We are honored to have Professor Tejaswi Venkappa Kattimani, a celebrated literator, educationist, and a thinker. He has contributed immensely in the upliftment of the society. Sir is the person with the heart of gold, and he is gracing the chair of Vice Chancellor, Central Tribal University of Andhra Pradesh. May I request you, Honorable Sir, for your address, please?
Thank you, Professor Anupriya. Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Nagesh Rao, Professor Ravi Shankar ji, all my friends who are Vice Chancellors, Professor Kori, Professor Sambashiva Rao Garu, Professor Das, Professor Satyakam, Professor Srikant Mahapatra, Professor Meena, Professor Uma, and all my colleagues. I express my heartfelt thanks to Professor Nageshwar Rao to invite me to include my name in the list and to talk something about the programs. I congratulate you all to include another 4 programs MBA in IGNOU Feather. IGNOU is the largest teaching university in the world with varied courses and subjects. I would like to request you all, please read one book, written by Indra Nooyi, who has recently published her autobiography, My Life in Full, where she talks about her training in management in foreign countries, and she explains how management departments unable to update their syllabus. So please go through it, and at the same time in NEP talks about all subjects in a basket. So then MBA in management, MBA in retail management, MBA in HR, MBA in other course, even transports. Now university, Central University is coming up in Vadodara regarding transport management, rail and transport management. Government has decided to upgrade one institute to make it centrally funded university. We are all very much ready to upgrade our MBA courses, management courses, become courses, BBA courses, right? But how to update them? If we update them with foreign success stories, Honda success stories, or any other success stories, how these success stories going to impress, appeal our native students, Indian students, because our Indian students knows about MDH Masala. The success story of MDH Masala we know. Success story of local ice cream Don we know. Success story of a rickshawala how he became a chief minister we know. How a chaiwala became second time prime minister we know. The local success stories, our land success stories, why they are not entering into our B school syllabus and classroom deliberations. So we can think about this. I request you, please consult the people who are not in your domain. This is the teaching of NEP 2020. Other people who are not in management, like Professor Kori was telling, so please consult them. What are their ideas? A food seller in Karnataka, Mangaluru, while selling, he saw his own village students going to school somewhere. There was no school. Mr. Hazab, a Muslim guy. Then he collected his earnings and opened a school in his own village. Thanks to Modi ji, he has given him Padma Shri. So such stories should come into our syllabus and classroom deliberations. One school dropout of Coimbatore, Mr. G.D. Naidu, Govindaswamy Doreswamy Naidu, has left 2,000 crore property along with his credentials. To meet him, a school dropout, to meet the great Nobel laureate in physics, Professor C.V. Raman, has gone to Coimbatore to meet him. And press people asked him, why you have gone to come over here to meet such a person? He said, I am here to meet Indian Thomas Alva Edison. So this Thomas Alva Edison, a scientist, a technocrat, was a great management expert also. So our MBAs should include all such subjects who never part of our MBA school, B schools. So I request the August House, make IGNOU management related subjects unique. Harvard should follow our style of management. It's only possible if we follow Harvard system, they will not follow us. They will say, IGNOU is our followers. If we make our syllabus Indianized, native, indigenous, Bharatiya, then Harvard will follow us. A achar maker lady, a papad maker lady, how she built a crores of worth dynasty. A detergent powder company, Mr. Patel, has how he made Nirma, a big capital wisdom. How he has established Nirma University. These experiments, their stories, their work style, which is purely Indianized style, Indianized methods and ethics and morality of business, we should follow. To follow this, we should be able to include all these indigenous, Indianized syllabus. Thank you very much. With these few words, I extend my heartfelt thanks to all for inviting me. I extend my namaskaram to Professor Nageshwar Rao and all. Thank you very much. Pranam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, for such a beautiful and wonderful insight that you have given, particularly updating and upgrading our business studies and management studies. With the help of Indian, success stories, rather than going to, or adopting the success stories of the people of foreign land. That is very pertinent, sir, and that is very important. We'll take a note of it and we'll try to implement it in our studies also. And most definitely, sir, I'll be reading that book that you have told, the autobiography of Indira Nooyi. I also admire her, and good for telling that we should read that book. We'll definitely do that. So thank you very much once again for being with us, for blessing us. And thank you once again, sir. We have one more noted personality as guest of honor, Professor K.R.S. Sambasiva Rao, Vice Chancellor, Mizoram Central University. He is an eminent academician and a hardcore researcher. He has more than 255 research papers to his credit and has held many high positions in the institutes of repute and professional bodies. Sir has been accorded with various awards and fellowships as well. Sir, you are an inspiration to us. As I have been communicated by our director that Professor Rao may take some time to join us as he's traveling. So maybe we'll be able to listen to him sometime later. Before that, may I request our very own, our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Nageshwar Rao, sir. Sir is a very unique combination of preacher and practitioner of management. He guides us not only through its words and giving directions, but also by setting an examples by his personality, thoughts, attitude, and work. Sir is also holding additional charge as Director, Central Hindi Directorate, New Delhi, and Director, Indian Institute of Advanced Studies, Shimla. May I request you, Honorable Sir, for your presidential address, please. Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir. Director, sir.
You just wait.
Honorable Kattimani ji, Honorable Kori ji, distinguished Vice Chancellors who blessed us on this historic occasion, and also Sambashiva Rao ji, who will join us after some time, and my own colleagues. We have received suggestions as well as blessings from Professor Kattimani as well as Professor Kori on this occasion. The school deserves special compliment because they have launched the 4 MBA programs, and also they have gone for MCOM program online. The MCOM program, it was also being revised recently. BCom program, it was also being revised. MBA program, it was also being revised. So we do feel that the updation of curriculum as per the nation's requirements and as per the focus of the NEP, the school is gearing up to meet the challenges in the field of the management education. Fortunately, today with us, the NEP drafting committee member, Kattimani ji, who always blesses us by his benign presence. Even in the academic council also he guides us, and even today also he helps us to see that our curricula, how our programs, they can further be strengthened. And therefore, we are very fortunate to seek his kind advice and guidance. The programs which the school is launching, they are already being approved by the AICTE. And now recently, what the AICTE has said is that if you are having continuous programs of MBA, then you can have the permission to run it for 5 years. So that permission also we could get it. So the school is coming up in a big way. And MCOM, we know that recently, E-Vidya Bharati, that is the Pan-Africa Phase 2 project with the Ministry of External Affairs. We have tried to be in touch with them. And there, that is under hub and spoke model. The Ministry of External Affairs works as hub, and some of the universities of the country, they are the spokes, and they are reaching to 19 countries, 19 African countries. And there we have offered around 40 programs to reach international students. MBA, BCom, MCA, and also the other programs of this school, they're also being offered, and they're also being widely accepted by the learners of those countries. They are very, very popular programs there. So MCOM is also a very, very popular program. So the school has initially revised the program, and then now it is being put on offer as an online program. Because the traditional programs like BCom and MCOM, they do have a lot of demand all over the country as well as outside the country also. But we wanted to revise our programs first, keeping in mind the priorities and the thrust of the national education policy. And therefore, we have tried to see that entry and exit, which are to be stipulated, that is also being provided for. Because in case of our BCom programs, what we have done is, after the first year, we are giving the certificate, diploma, we are giving the degree. And that we initiated from this July 22 sessions. So that is going to help us a lot to the learners, especially in the field of distance education. And once we are going for the same programs in online mode, then the more and more flexibility we can be providing to our learners. We also see that the affordability of the programs, that should also be taken into account. None of our programs are costly. All these programs, they are affordable cost. Even for BCom program also, we do charge 4,500 or so for 1 year, which includes even the provision of materials as well as the counseling sessions. Even in case of the materials also, as Dr. Raju has rightly pointed out, we have also given an option to the learners. Those who want to use the e-material, for which we are providing 15% fee concession also. So around 20 to 30% students, they are also opting for the digital material. So that is again a boost to the support which the government of India is making in our national education policy, that to promote digital education. So voluntarily, our learners, they are opting for that also. So we see that affordable cost, the flexible education, then we see that the access to all parts of the country, even outside India also. We are trying to see that it must reach to all corners of the globe also. And with the new and revised programs of MBA and MCA, our reach to our international study centers, their number is around 23. So 23 study centers plus these 19 countries in the Africa. Both are giving us a lot of international reach for the IGNOU programs. And the number is continuously increasing to reach to them, because the quality which we are having with us, the teaching learning process which we follow to reach to those learners by using the digital means, they all are supporting our endeavors to reach to those people where the light of education has not reached during the last 40 or 50 years. So the things are moving very fast, and for that, I must compliment my own colleagues who are in the School of Commerce and Management Studies, because it's a combined department and we are having around more than 20 faculties who are continuously working to upgrade the quality of the material, to revise the quality of material, and again see the assignments and the projects, how they are to be monitored, so that the quality to the learners, it may also reach in time, and they all may get their degrees within the stipulated period, which is being provided as per the acts and statutes. So once again, I thank my respected distinguished guests, Kattimani ji and the Kuri ji, who could make it up today to bless us, to guide us, to inspire us. And we are really grateful to them for their blessings which they have given to us. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for guiding us, supporting us, and showing the way forward. Without your able leadership, we won't be able to do all such things, sir. Thank you once again. Now,
Sir,
the
I
moment of the... Ji, sir.
Sir, the flight has not landed, I think. I
Okay.
think we will conclude
Alright,
the
sir.
function with the vote of
All right,
thanks.
sir. So now the moment of the day, ladies and gentlemen. May I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor to join our guests of honor to launch the mentioned program, MCOM Online and MBA with 4 different specializations. Ashutosh ji, can I please request you to help us in this virtual launch? Thank you, Mr. Ashutosh, Miss Anjana, Mr. Gaurav. This is the team COE who has helped us to present this to this August gathering. And also I would like to thank Professor Subodh Kesharwani, who is the director of COE, for helping us in this. Thank you very much. Since the event is coming to an end, sir, may I invite someone who speaks less and work more, who is a hardcore researcher and academician, and who gives his heart and soul to the discipline of commerce. Professor Naval Kishore, sir, for a vote of thanks, please. Professor Kishore.
Thank you very much, Anupriya ji. It is a matter of great pride for the school and as well as the university, where today we are launching 4 management programs and 1 commerce program, that is 5 programs simultaneously. All over the globe, since the students' life, we have been looking for the Coursera, EduTech, all the leading player of the globe in the education sector. And today, really, we are extremely happy and glad to share that IGNOU has been following this concept of 24/7 as well as the new education policy since the very beginning. What we are going to do right now, we have been just trying to broaden those views so that we could access to the students in a mass way, or we could make the student literate, whether it's in the area of the gross enrollment ratio or actual development of the educational development of the country. So we are extremely happy in that context. And we are extremely happy also that 3 distinguished vice chancellors, they have graced this occasion by making their presentation in that context as a guest of honor. We are extremely thankful to Professor S.A. Koriji, Vice Chancellor, Central University of Andhra Pradesh. Thank you very much, sir, particularly your approach of perfectionism and future orientation of the education. We'll certainly try to follow that. Our second guest of honor, Professor T.V. Kattimaniji, Vice Chancellor, Central Tribal University of Andhra Pradesh. We are very much grateful to you, sir, because you have just hinted us about the local contextualization of the content as well as the indigenous entrepreneurship, success, etc., as a part of our curriculum. Thank you very much, sir. The third guest of honor, Professor K.R.S. Sambashiva Rao, Vice Chancellor, Mizoram University. I think he was on the plane, but thank you very much, sir, for agreeing to grace this occasion of launching ceremony. Thank you very much, sir. Now, for every activity, the success lies in the hand of the leader. Management principle says that effective leader make the things to happen. And today we are extremely happy that our own Vice Chancellor, Professor Nageshwar Rao ji, is present in this occasion of launching ceremony. Professor Rao has always guided us, encouraged us, motivated us, supported us, cooperated us, and provided us both academic and administrative guidance. We are extremely happy for that, sir. Thank you very much, sir. We are so grateful to you as a leader of this organization. Thank you, sir. We have our Pro-Vice Chancellor, Professor R.P. Das ji, who is a very nice person, very silent worker, highly committed person. And thank you very much, sir, for your cooperation, support, help, guidance, and mentoring us towards achievement of these programs. Thank you very much, sir. We have our Pro-Vice Chancellors, Professor Satyam ji, Professor Uma Kanjilal ji, Professor Kukreti ji, Professor Srikant Mahapatra ji, Professor Meena ji, who have always supported us and always cooperated us. Thank you very much, sir. Now we have our director, Professor Ravi Shankar ji, who has been always going through the deep in the area of how the things should be get done, how we will get the process of the approval, etc., and he has been taken a very keen interest in all these activities. Thank you, Professor Ravi Shankar ji. We have Professor M.S. Raju, who has really, as has been said, that he has been contributing to the other administrative activities also, and now he's in the school, so he'll be contributing now academic activities as well. Thank you very much, Rajuji. Thanks goes to all the program coordinators, 4 program coordinators from the management side and 1 from the commerce side. The MCOM online program coordinator is Anupriya herself, and she is also anchoring. So thanks to all the programs coordinators, all our faculty members of the school, as well as those who have supported us in the preparation of the programs. So thanks to all the faculty members. In addition, thanks to all the IGNOU fraternity, media persons, directors, heads of the division, registrars, finance officers, and all the regional directors, along with the director, CEO, Center for Online Education, Professor Subodh Kesarwani ji, and his team for making this program very successful. Thank you very much to all.
With the permission of the chair, the event is concluded now. Thank you all for your gracious presence.
Thank you, sir.
Namaskar.
Thank you.